Timing, because we are live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube and LinkedIn. So it all worked out perfectly fine.
Oh, brilliant. And we've got Skills Local joining us on Insta as well. So welcome. And Be Seen Consulting. Guys, if you're joining under your business name, just pop on and say hi and tell us what your first name is, because we like to be able to say hello to you as well. And we've got Glow Life and Healing with Tammy White. So
see, I love that. Healing with Tammy White. I'm assuming Tammy's name is Tammy, right? That helps, yeah. So yeah, definitely show up and let us know your names. Leonora said you guys are rocking the tech. We're trying our best. We're trying our best.
Thanks, Leonora. We're definitely in our stretch zone this week. So those of you who don't know, we did a masterclass yesterday all about making a change. And we tried for the first time yesterday, two things we did actually. One was we had our brilliant Catalyst members come on and join us live. Hey, Alexandra, great to see you. That was number one kind of challenge for us. And then last night we did a new thing. We did a live replay. So we replayed the masterclass and Rebecca and I were live in the chat. But we did two like crazy things for the first time yesterday, both tech-based. Yeah, and it worked, didn't it? So we're okay.
Exciting, but when I messaged some of the people that did the live testimonials yesterday, I was like, we have never done that before. Like, just so you know, like we've never done that. But if you don't you never know what will happen. So we are really happy that we did that. We met some really lovely people at the 8 p.m. Session yesterday, and thank you to everyone who turned up for the 1 p.m. as well. So yeah, we had some great fun with you guys. So thank you.
Oh yeah. So, I was just going to add to that. Huge thank you, and huge thank you to everybody who showed up, and particularly to our Catalyst members who came like to support us either just by joining, but also those of you, including Leonora, who's with us here now, who came on live with us. So grateful. I literally went to bed last night just feeling so grateful for an amazing community that we have. So big thanks for that.
So if you are watching over on Facebook or LinkedIn, I can see some reactions coming over. Oh, I think Neetha's there. Hey, Neetha.
Oh, Neetha, hey.
Let us know in the chat or in the comments who you are and where you're watching from. And the same thing over on Instagram. But we are here today to share with you that you don't have to go at it alone. And we are really fortunate to have each other, Sarah and I. We know how blessed we are to have each other and be in a partnership. But we know that not everyone is fortunate enough to work in an environment which, is that supportive. And we know not everyone is fortunate enough to be in a partnership. Not everyone wants to be in a partnership. It's hard work, isn't it, Sarah? It's like a marriage. We say that all the time.
It's
a second marriage. But today's live is sharing with you how to find the support to help you make that change, whatever it may be. And yesterday we shared that the change doesn't have to be significant. It doesn't have to be a big, massive change. It can be something quite small. But we want to share with you how you can find that support in order to help you make that change.
Hey, lovely Suzanne. Great to have you with us here as well over on Facebook. So, we've got lovely Neetha as well. Lovely Neetha. Amazing lady as well. So we're joined over here on Facebook and LinkedIn by some brilliant coaches today as well. So change can be scary, right? Change has been imposed a lot on us over the course of the last few years, pandemic being the kind of the biggest and most obvious, but for lots of reasons for us to adapt to change. And so sometimes instigating change or making a change of our own accord might seem a bit counterintuitive. It might seem like, why would I do that? Like, actually, I just want to feel safe and I want to keep things the same. So why would we? Why would we do that? Why would we want to make a change, Rebecca?
So we may want to make a change in order to focus on ourselves for our own well-being. We may want to make a change in order to grow.
Mm-hmm.
We may want to make a change in order to challenge ourselves.
Yeah.
So in addition to like nurturing ourselves, we may want to challenge ourselves.
Yeah.
We may want to make a change for our family, for
Yeah.
our loved ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we might just want to make a change because we just want to experience what change is. But not everyone is keen to make that change. And it's not easy for people to make that because, as we were talking about yesterday, there are other roadblocks and hurdles that can get in the way. And so we know how important it is to have a support network around you when you are considering making that change, when you embark on that change, and then when you are actually in that moment of change in order to continue on that trajectory. And I love that Neetha has said here, change to make space for the things we love doing. And that's important. Yesterday in the chat, there were some people that shared on the masterclass that they had been in the same position for a long time. And they either wanted to experience change because they just wanted to see what it was like, or they wanted to experience change because they were not happy. And as Neetha has just said, to make space for the things we love doing, that's something that Sarah and I talk about a lot. Making sure that you can prioritize yourself and do the things you love. But we know, and we want to share with you, that doing that alone can be hard. And actually doing that alone can stop us from making that change, or it can actually send us back into our comfort zone. So we go, oh, we've made the change, we don't like it, it's scary, I don't know how to deal with it. I'm going to retreat and go back to what I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we've been there, right?
100%.
We've been there. Sarah, tell me about like when you were thinking about making your change, what was like the one thing that you were scared of? And that's really important, right? The one thing that you were scared of, because there probably would be loads of things that we were fearful of, but what's the one thing that you were scared of and how did you overcome it?
Yeah, so great question. Thank you. What I was really scared of was failing. I was really scared that I would tell everybody how amazing coaching was and how I was going to retrain as a coach and how I was going to start a coaching business. And actually, that I would just fall flat on my face and fail and have to, just as I said yesterday in the masterclass, go back to school with my tail between my legs and say, you were right, everybody. What was I doing trying to do this crazy thing? That was definitely the hardest thing. That was what I was most scared of. And what I found hardest was that I found that process of change quite lonely because I was taking myself out of my existing situation, doing something that the people around me didn't understand. And not only didn't understand, but a lot of them actively opposed what I was trying to do as well. And so how did I overcome it? I connected with other people on the same journey. So Neetha, bless you for being on here today, because Neetha was one of the people that I connected with back at the Coaching Academy back in 2016. And we formed a friendship which continues to this day, and I'm sure will continue long into the future as well. I set up a circle, a coaching circle around me so that I was connecting with people doing the same sorts of things as me. And I invested in group programs, I invested in coaching memberships, and that's how you and I connected, isn't it, Rebecca? Through doing that. So it was about being, for me, it was about being around other people who got what I was doing, who was doing something similar, so that I had somebody to share those fears and to share that journey with. So Neetha's saying here, fear of stepping into a greater space that is your calling requires cheerleaders. It does, Neetha. It really does. And I've seen that, enormous courage that you have shown in your journey over the last, enormous courage, and I've really, really, witnessed that and been at that side. So yeah, and Leonora's saying over on Insta, at this point we skirt around the edges and stay safe. Of course we want us to skirt around the edges and stay safe, because that's our comfort zone. That's what keeps us safe. If we're going to step out, as Neetha said, step out into brave spaces and follow that calling, it requires courage, but it requires people around us. So what about for you, Rebecca, when you take yourself back to when you were making that change?
It's hard to choose one, because when I asked you that question, I was like, oh, just one. I've put Sarah on the spot here. I am going to go for, probably going to go for two here, but mine is the fear of what other people would say.
Yeah.
And the financial.
Mm-hmm.
So there were the two for me. And it came up yesterday in the masterclass. If I make the change, then I will potentially have to experience a pay decrease. And or other people don't quite get it. Like other people don't quite get my choices. And how did I overcome that? So the first one about the judgment was realizing that they don't live my life.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't live theirs. And so if I continue to live up to or try to live up to other people's expectations, I will never be living my life. That was the moment that I had to kind of really start really focusing on my mindset, my life, my choice, my mistakes, my learnings, my wins, my successes. And in order to have that reinforced to me, I created my own networking events. I said that yesterday.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I couldn't go to other people's events because it just didn't tie in with having an 18-month-old.
No.
So I created my own.
Amazing.
And child friendly didn't quite work for me because I didn't realize how hard it was to run a networking event by having an 18-month-old.
Yeah.
but I tried it.
Yeah.
But what I did benefit from, and I still am speaking to these people 4 years, 5 years down the line, and they're part of my network, is the cheerleaders, as Neetha has said, that community there for me to go, oh, this didn't quite work out. And they're like, yes, you can do it. Or, oh my God, that happened to me too. And then when I look at the financial security or insecurity, it was about me working on my money mindset. And again, that required support because other people had to work on their money mindset as well.
Yeah.
And I soon realized if I don't spend money to invest in myself, like who's going to spend money to invest in me?
Right. Yeah.
And I really need to figure out my relationship with money, because I could really spend money on this extravagant holiday, but what happens to my own growth and my own development? Like it's about, I always used to wear like a safety pin. I don't know if you ever used to see Tiffany's used to advertise a safety pin for like ridiculous amount of money. And I don't know if you ever saw that. Have you ever seen that?
No, but go on, tell us.
Tiffany's jeweler used to sell a safety pin for, I can't remember how much, but it was a ridiculous amount of money. It was just a safety pin. And I used to wear a safety pin as a reminder that we associate value differently. So somebody would invest that hundreds, it was hundreds of pounds for a safety pin. Right. And, you know, I wouldn't spend hundreds of pounds on a safety pin, but I would spend it on my own development, my own learning. But it took me being around people to realize that we all associate money and growth in a very different way. And I had to hang with those people that were aligned with me so that it continued to reinforce that thought process for me.
I love
I need
that.
to find that safety pin for you. It's still on sale.
Oh,
now.
You need to find it. You need to find it and share with me. I love that. So just that I love that physical anchor that you had, that physical reminder you created to remind you of that value, and that there are other people who value what you value. Oh my goodness, amazing. And I didn't even know money mindset was a thing until I started coaching and running my business either. I didn't even know I had a mindset around money. I wasn't even aware. It's completely new to me. Interesting. Do you know
what? I found it.
Oh, here it is. Hang on.
£6,995 for a Tiffany & Co. diamond safety pin.
Oh my goodness.
That says it all.
That says it all. Different people
Mhm.
value different things. We value learning, we value growth, we value community.
Mm.
And I love hearing your story and telling my story and thinking, right, when we made a change, what was the first thing that we did? We both went out and formed a community around us,
Yeah.
about building community. And the community that we've created together now in the Catalyst membership is an extension of that like initial need, right? To have a
Mhm.
community around us. It's super important. We can't go it alone.
No, we can't. And if anyone says that they are doing it alone, they really are not. Even as down to the loved ones that we have around us, our
Mm,
siblings, our friends, our family, like we are part of a community and we all engage in community activities and we benefit greatly from them.
yeah, yeah.
So why are we sharing this with everyone, Sarah? Because clearly there's a purpose to this.
There's always a purpose. There's always a purpose. We are super
Mm.
excited to share that yesterday, when we held our Change Masterclass, and huge thank you to all of you who showed up for that, we opened doors to our Catalyst membership. So if you haven't been, obviously we've got some of our Catalyst members here live with us now, but if you haven't been in our world and you don't know what we're talking about, we run an online community for female professionals and female entrepreneurs to support you in achieving your business goals and your career goals, but in a way that aligns with supporting your mindset and your well-being so that we can help you to thrive in all areas of your life. So those of you in the business world and the entrepreneurial world will see a lot out there about six figures, about the hustle culture, all of that stuff. Now we know that making money is important, but we also know that our health and our relationships are even more important.
Mm.
And that's our whole philosophy. So through the membership, we offer coaching. We are both ICF accredited coaches. We have coach trainers. We offer coaching. We offer training, so mindset training, business training, plus brainstorming, guest speakers, the opportunity every week to share where we're at with our goals and to share our learnings and successes at the end of the week. So we have got an incredible community of amazing female professionals and entrepreneurs who are there to make space for themselves, their goals, and show up for their lives. So
And we
Rebecca,
absolutely love it, don't we? Like we just love the people that are in our world. We love what we do. And so we open our membership a few times a year. And I know that we've had an email this morning actually asking if people can join later on. And that's definitely something that we can consider if you pop us an email. But doors are open now. They close on Thursday, the 20th, so just before half term. And one thing that Sarah and I are really passionate about is making sure that we give you a membership that understands your needs. So we both have young families, like we understand commitment, we understand time, we understand investment, and we're really supportive in that regards too. So if you are looking to join the community, if you're looking to join a supportive network, if you're looking to work on yourself, your personal growth or professional growth, then head to the link in our IG bio or head to the link in the comments over on Facebook and LinkedIn. And it's bit.ly/join the catalysts.
okay. So that is us for today, because I'm always conscious of time. We're approaching that 20-minute mark. But if you have any questions following today's live, do feel free to pop us a message. We're really happy to speak to you and give you any information that you might need. And just one last shout out. I didn't say hello to Judith Ann Evans joining us on Instagram. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Thank you again to all of our lovely supporters, our ambassadors, our Catalyst members, always showing up here, always supporting us. We're so grateful for you and so proud of you as well in all that you're doing. So thank you for being here. Okay, thanks guys, bye.
Yeah, bye, Leonora.